Loving others is our topic for today, day 29 in the 30-day challenge to empty nest success. If this is your first time listening, know we are diving into the challenge content. If you like what you hear, jump back to the episode titled Getting Started with the 30-Day Challenge to Empty Nest Success, and then work your way through from the beginning. Or visit EmptyNestSuccess.com to sign up for daily or weekly email delivery of this challenge. That will lead you to companion videos, additional journal prompts, resources, and more. Here we go. Amazing human and beautiful soul, we are in our penultimate episode. I'll be mentioning some concepts and terms introduced in earlier days of this challenge, and links to those episodes will be in the show notes. Our topic: when we love someone, that person is outside of our fence. Our protector has a lot to do with thought box deliveries sent in about that individual. Pay attention to how those deliveries are arriving. Are they neatly gift wrapped with a bow and a loving card, or are they on high alert? Where love is concerned, our thought box deliveries can be big, beautiful, sometimes even arrive with a singing telegram, if you will. Most of us can think of a time when we were full on in love with someone, and then at another moment may have felt quite the opposite about the same person. We can choose to love them, ignore them, be curious about them, empathetic toward them, and so on. When you imagine a person you love being outside of your fence, and begin to think about the loving thoughts toward them as deliveries that you choose to pay attention to or not pay attention to, then things can get interesting. Ultimately, our thoughts that make us feel love are where the love is. Kind of wild, isn't it? If you don't want to go that deep here, no biggie. I'll put some other episode links and such in the show notes. Go ahead, tap through and listen to those. There's no need to continue here if you aren't feeling it. Oh, you're still listening? Great. There are a lot of thoughts that can be created from someone existing in our life. How they show up in our life, when they show up, what they do for us or don't do for us. These are all happenings outside of our fence. If you discover thoughts that you have about someone that are clear changes from how you have felt about them in the past, I invite you to take a look at where that comes from. Especially if your mind's house used to be filled from floor to ceiling with loving thoughts about them. Those thoughts are still there. They may be dust covered and hard to find, sometimes from neglect and sometimes because yet they need to be there. Remember that time when that same person could do no wrong and you loved everything, well, almost everything, about them. And yet now you find yourself focused on the same thought or couple of thoughts that bring you to an emotion that doesn't feel so good. Maybe those thoughts are justified and action is necessary. Or maybe you need to clean up some of those thought box deliveries. That's for you to figure out. But also know that whether that person is physically in your life or not, the thought box deliveries remain. How often do we as humans walk away from a situation or place or person only to continually talk about it, rehash it over and over again, tell each person you see, journal about it, and more? Decide how you want to feel and what you want to do with the boxes. Do you want to re-enter the room and pull out the lovely, feel good in your soul thought box deliveries? Or do you want to toss them out because they're not aligned with where you are now? Or maybe create new thought box deliveries for where your relationship is now. Make sure wherever you land has you feeling really good. Or if this is going to take you some time, maybe aim for better than you felt before. As always, be curious about what you learn about yourself along the way. Love is a funny thing. We know it is possible to love someone who doesn't love us back, and vice versa. On either side of that, it feels pretty lousy, doesn't it? Unless you find better thoughts. Sometimes the timing has expired, isn't right, or maybe it never will be. Either way, it doesn't negate the loving feelings that one has for another human. You can love fully without expectations from another. The love you feel ultimately is the thoughts you have. Take a deep breath in and out. Are you still with me? You can do anything you want with your thoughts about love. Really. And when you embrace this, things can get fun. By now in the challenge, you may be starting to get a feel for managing your thought box deliveries. So how you feel led to arrange, curate, and find loving-led thought boxes is for you to figure out. Whether you decide to A, dig out good thoughts from a room that has been locked up and hidden away, or B, hold space, be curious, and have fun loving others, whether they love you or not. You get to choose. You can acquire loving feelings for anyone. You don't need their permission. You don't need to take physical action. You may never even meet them in real life. Maybe they aren't physically in your life anymore, and that could be for a variety of reasons. But that doesn't mean you need to stop the love. If the love feels good, love. What if the love for others and love for humanity that you create in your life is your gift to you, helping you to feel better? Choosing love a little more often may give your life a momentum that is worth exploring. Your journal prompt for today is: reflect on your thoughts and beliefs about love. How do you define love, and what does it mean to you personally? Can you believe our next episode is our final day of the challenge, and we'll wrap up this 30-day challenge to empty nest success. If you prefer video, the entire challenge is on YouTube now. Thanks for listening today, for thinking about the love in your life, and don't you dare forget that you are amazing. Chat next time.